audio on your back okay?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Whenever you're ready, Coach.
I'm going to say this. God, it's good to be home. Yeah, it's good to be back in front of 102,000 people who cheer for you and do what you do. So it was great to be in it. You get the 12th man back, and I thought that was a big part of the game, their support in that game, as we knew it was a tough game. And so Ole Miss is a very good football team, and we knew that going in. We knew they were very explosive on offense, and our defense did a really good job for the most part on the day, curtailing what they did. They got a little run there at the end of the first, second quarter, and then I think the huge turnover we were able to create. And we haven't been able to create a lot of them. We were able to create that big turnover right there before half. I thought was critical. And then the offense to be able to take it I think we went down 80 yards right there and scored and tied that game. I thought it was a very critical point of the game. And then to come back out and have an unbelievable drive, to go right back down, take control of the game, run the football, and fumble it. And they go score. And I think, I tell our kids all the time, it's not about winning and losing. It's about every time you compete, you find out something about yourself. And they keep finding out that they'll get off the mat, they'll play. And they kept their poise and executed. Did a great job. Next play, next drive, hit it. We do a trick play over the top, just got to throw it away if that guy safety gets on it. But then to come back with the drives we had, run the football, the 2 touchdown throws Kellen made in the second half. I mean, because when you get down the red zone, what they were doing was putting extra guys in the box where you could not block. There was always one unblocked guy. And we knew he was going to have to make some throws. And after 2 drives, when you fumble and throw a pick, how are you going to come back? For him to come back, let us hit some big third downs in that drive, threw a nice perfect fade to 1. And then the other play action on the 5 going in was a perfect throw in the back of the end zone. How he threw it, picked up third down, was very smart with the football, got drives coming out and did a great job. But, Travion was huge in the game. Travion ran the football again very well. Our offensive line started taking control of the game as it went on. And it was great to see Oz back out there too. His ability to come back out there, and I think his stability in that group really helps us. Allows us to move some other guys in different spots and do some things and where we're at, and him being out there. But again, our defense I thought was outstanding in the game. We got some sacks. That was a big sack at the end. Forcing them, down to just holding the field goal. Lucky they missed it. At the end was critical there to go back down and get points. And then, big kick by Seth. That scores 21-21. Hit a 46-yarder as a freshman. You come in and hit that game there, especially where we're at in the season. I mean, you're trying to find out about yourself. You're trying to grow. You're trying to develop. And where you're at, we had some tough times for 2 weeks in a row. So we had to get that done, and our guys did a great job. And very proud of our guys. And I thought it was a very high character quality win today. Questions?
Right side, Gabe, then Brent, and Olin.
Yeah, what was the defense able to do there, Jimbo? I mean, you held them scoreless in the first, scoreless in the third, and to a field goal in the fourth. You got to be.
Well, we got 3 and out, and the field position was huge. We had them started back. They got a couple plays. Then the thing we're doing too now, you remember we had 37 minutes of possession on offense. I mean, they're getting 3 and outs and doing a good job in the run game. And then they missed a pass or 2 and get 3 and out, and we're taking the ball. Even the drives we weren't scoring, we're still keeping it. We're on the field. They're off the field. You know what I mean? And then when they started back, the field position was not great. I mean, it was never great. And unfortunately, we gave up a 7 on the fumble recovery, but where they were starting, but they were doing a great job of mixing and matching. In other words, you had to pick your poison. In other words, we give up a couple of those runs to double some of their wideouts. We lost some edge people on the edge, and we got to support it and see it quicker at safety. But you didn't want to leave those guys one-on-one all day because you saw. I mean, we were in perfect position down the right sideline. Guy goes up, makes a catch, and scores. And then late in the game, wow, those guys are big-bodied guys, and they had great ball skills, and that's what they do. It was one-on-one matchup. So Mike did a great job, I think, of mixing 2-man, clouding over the top, creating safety, help in a lot of areas. But when you do that, you could get weak in the box. And did that, and then would mix back and kept it off balance, and I thought did a really nice job with his game plan. And then offensively, us being able to control the ball, which we knew, and we knew we had the possessions down and we had to score points because you can't come out of there because you knew they were eventually going to get some points out of what they were going to do. So it was a good mix and match. Mike did a really nice job.
We'll go Brent and then Olin.
With the 2 turnovers to start the second half, and Kellen had struggled to that point. At that point, did you consider taking him out?
He was 13 and 19. He had a great first drive. He was 13 and 19 the first half for 152. He missed 1 go route there and a slant route on the first drive. But there was a question. I wanted to see how he responded. When you do that to a guy, you don't jerk him out right there. I wanted to see how he responded back. Look at his eye was good. Told me why, knew it, and went back out and had a great drive and took us right down and scored a touchdown. That was a big point. And if something after that happened, you do have to think about that as far as, can you get rhythm or momentum. But his body language is never there, but we thought about, and there is no doubt that you have to think about that. That crosses your mind without a doubt.
Olin?
Actually, I was going to ask you about that, but since we've got some,
if you were sitting beside each other, you could have got together.
If you wouldn't mind addressing that you took Charles Oliver out of the game, and it seemed like y'all played pretty well
Well, we're mixing and matching. Some of those other corners are getting healthy. They're playing well. Charles went back in the game and played some, but we were mixing and matching guys in rotation, trying to find the exact group because against those guys, Miles and Charles and Renfro and everybody else that was playing in the game. So, you know, we're mixing and matching guys and trying to keep